What's good, y'all? It's your main man now, Easy, back with another video. If you're new here, welcome to the page. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for a lot of great content of great devotionals and encouragement. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over a new app that's becoming very popular recently, and it's very telling of the sign of the times. And that app is called Scoopz. Also, real video, real life is the tag on that. And so this app, Scoopz, to the untrained eye, it just looks like another social media app like TikTok or any one of these video reel apps where they capture your attention with short videos and you could swipe and the algorithm kind of tracks that to give you and feed you more content, right? This app is very peculiar for a reason that it's essentially a modern day Snuff app. If some of you are maybe older, you may know this term, or if you're a little younger, you may not have heard of it, but there's a whole genre of films that, it's actually illegal, but they're called snuff films. And that genre is literally people recording actual real life murders, like people really losing their life, and it's filmed. And that was a whole movie genre that, again, it's illegal and you can't really make snuff films of people being murdered. But yet, this app, the main content of this app is that it's uncensored and it's portraying many deaths, many murders of people. And it's part of the algorithm. And I don't even have the app, but they advertise it through other apps. So there's like a news app that comes up with like reels of news and stuff like that. And as a sponsorship or an ad, Scoopz comes up. So I've literally myself involuntarily viewed a murder more than once because it came up more than once. And so I saw it come up and immediately it just started showing on this reel. You're seeing somebody being murdered. And that's the content of this app. Now there's tons of other content on there, just like there's garbage content on TikTok, but there's also great content on TikTok, right? But my main point of this is just showing, why is this app popular? It's not a coincidence. There's a reason why this is shooting up to the top of the app charts and why so many people are drawn to it. Naturally, as a society, we have a voyeuristic nature. Rubbernecking, like if there's a car accident, we can't help but watch the crash as we pass by. Like it's just an innate thing. That's why we have news cycles. That's why journalism kind of ran to be what it is today, just because naturally human beings, if you're Latino, you're like, we want the chisme, you know what I mean? Like we want the gossip, we want the tea, so to speak. That's like literally a part of the sensationalist aspect of humanity, right? So it makes no sense that people are drawn to this. They're like, ooh, I want to see like something that I've never seen before. I want to see something that I probably normally wouldn't have the opportunity to see just out of the novelty or the shock value of it. And so I want to see this thing, and it becomes addictive. Like there's an adrenaline that comes from that. But you got to understand that this is spreading in the world, people being more cold, people being more desensitized to evil, desensitized to death and murder, desensitized to the evil things in this world. And you always have media that portrays, violence or sex and alcohol and drugs consumption, all this kind of stuff that affects and influences the people. But this, because we have our phones now, social media, and everything is more singular within what you can access and the things that you consume, people go out to seek the things that thrill them. And an app like this fills a void where people want to see crazy things, or people want to see what's the wildest thing that's happened in the world today, or what's the wildest situation that I can either laugh at or gawk at, or whatever it is for my entertainment. Because at the end of the day, these are entertainment apps, right? It's just another form of entertainment. And I wanted to bring up a scripture that is very resonant with this whole idea. And this is found in Matthew 24. Jesus himself was telling his disciples of what to expect in the end days and end times. And I believe right now, we are in the end times. There's many things that need to happen before everything transpires, but I believe that we are seeing those things prepare, and we're seeing that road being laid out, right? So without further ado, this is Matthew 24, verse 12 to 14. And it says, because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations. And then the end will come. So he's warning them, look out for these things. He gave them other things before that, to kind of just look out for. But he's being very specific about certain things that are going to happen in this world. And one of those main things is that the increase of wickedness, the increase of people not loving each other, or people having their love grow cold. And that's what we see in this world. That's what we see being pushed in this app called Scoopz, right? When I see it, I don't see a lot of things where people are helping out people. I see somebody gunning down a woman in cold blood. I see other people getting in fights and then somebody gets stabbed and they die. That's evil. That's wickedness. And there's an increase of that in the end times. And we're seeing it today. So I want to warn you all, when you see apps like Scoopz, be cautious. Pray about it before you download it, before you consume that content, because there's spiritual things that I feel we are not aware of that affect our spirit. If we're seeing so much murder, so much death, so much negativity, we are feasting on that. So that's what's going to fill us. Versus if we're doing something where we're consuming good content and we're allowing for positive things to enter us, that has an effect on us as well. So these things, we can't just think that it's just entertainment. There's deep ramifications for this stuff, spiritually speaking, like holistically speaking. Our society now, we see it. Everyone's just so for themselves and so selfish and not caring about evil. What's good is bad, what's bad is good now. And so you have so much wickedness growing in this world. We have to secure our lives with Christ. The last part of that was that the gospel is going to be preached to the world. The end is coming. It's coming. But before that happens, everybody needs to hear the testimony. And so for you as a believer, live your life and keep preaching the gospel so that more people can understand and see it to the point where God's commission is completed. And that love, that truth that you share, combats this wickedness that you see increasing in this world. Even though it's going to increase more in the end times, you are a light and continue to be a light if you are a child of God. And if you aren't a child of God, Jesus is here for you. He has invited you in to have reconciliation and relationship with him. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And God was made perfect in human form and lived a perfect, blemishless life. That he was sacrificed and killed and rose on the third day. And as we believe in that sacrifice that he gave from the Father through the Son, we have salvation. We have a way out. We have an ark from this deluge and flood of wickedness in this world. Christ is our ark. And so seek salvation in him today. Use discernment. Please, guys, if you hear anything from this, use discernment when it comes to any kind of app, whether it be Scoopz, where you're seeing murders, or it could be something a little bit more sneaky like TikTok, where they're rotting your brain, but giving you other things so that it can justify it. Use discernment. Select the things that you take in because it affects you, whether you realize it or not. And at the end of the day, in this world, choose and seek out love, because there's too much hate here. And there's too much wickedness. So with all that being said, I'll leave you with some encouragement and love myself. And I hope all of you all have a blessed week. I love you all and hope you all can stay safe and seek the Lord this week. Till next time, peace.